Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Diah Ramadhani with student number 2341-2060 from the Accounting Study Program. Today, I will be discussing an important topic in management science, organizational behavior, often referred as OB. Organizational behavior focuses on understanding how individuals and groups act within organizations and how their behavior affects organizational performance. In essence, it's the study of human behavior in a workplace setting. Understanding organizational behavior is essential because people are the most valuable asset of an organization. By understanding what motivates employees, how they interact, and how they respond to leadership, managers can create a more effective and harmonious working environment. Organizational behavior can be defined as the systematic study and application of knowledge about how people act within organizations. According to Robin and Judge, 2022, organizational behavior is a field of study that investigates the impact that individual, group, and structure have on behavior within organization for the purpose of applying such knowledge toward improving an organization effectiveness. This definition shows that OB is both a science and an art. It involves observation, analysis, and practical application. The ultimate goal of studying OB is to improve productivity, enhance job satisfaction, and promote organizational commitment. The study of organizational behavior is crucial for several reasons. First, it helps a manager understanding a human difference, such as personality, motivation, and attitude, so they can manage different employees effectively. Second, OB encourages communication and teamwork, ensuring that employees collaborate productively. Third, it contributes to better decision making, as understanding group dynamic help prevent conflict and promote creative solution. Finally, OB support organizational adaptability, helping companies remain agile amid constant change. In a world where technology and globalization are transforming work, understanding human behavior is more important than ever. Organizational behavior operates at three levels of analysis. The first is the individual level, which examines personal factors such as personality, traits, motivation, perception, learning, and attitude. The second is the group level, focusing on teamwork, communication pattern, leadership, and power dynamic within teams. The third is the organizational level, which studies broader aspects such as organizational culture, structure, and change. These three levels are interconnected. For instance, an individual motivation affects group performance, and group behavior influences the overall organizational culture. There are several key elements in organizational behavior. First, people as the central component. Individuals and groups will contribute their skill and energy to the organization. Second, structure, which defines how work is divided and coordinated among employees. Third, technology, which affects how tasks are performed and how communication occurs. Finally, the external environment, which includes economic, social, and cultural factors that influence organizational operation, and the organizational function effectively when these elements are aligned and mutually supportive. One of the most studied aspects of OB is personality, which refers to the unique characteristics that shape how individuals think, feel, and behave. Personality affects how people respond to work challenges, interact with colleagues, and adapt to organizational change. For example, employees with high conscientiousness tend to be more reliable and productive, while those with high openness are more creative and innovative. Understanding this difference helps managers assign roles effectively and create teams with complementary strengths. Additional individual value perception and attitude also influence workplace behavior and performance. Motivation is a key driver of behavior in organization. It determines the intensity, direction, and persistence of every employee path toward achieving organizational goals. There are several well-known motivation theories in OB. Maslow's hierarchy of need theory explains that individuals are motivated by fulfilling basic needs first, such as psychological and safety needs, before moving toward higher needs like self-esteem and self-actualization. Hesberg, two-factor theory distinguishes between highly factor and motivators. Meanwhile, Excellent a theory of need focus and achievement, evaluation, and power as primary motivators. Understanding motivation allows leaders to design jobs and reward systems that inspire employees to perform at their best. Leadership plays a critical role in shaping organizational behavior. A leader's style, whether autocratic, democratic, or transformational, greatly affect employee morale and productivity. Transformational leaders, for example, inspire following by articulating a clear vision and fostering innovation. With transactional leaders focus more on structure and performance-based reward. Group behavior, meanwhile, is influenced by leadership, communication, and shared goals. When groups work efficiently, they create synergy where the collective output is greater than the sum of individual effort. However, poor leadership of lack of trust can lead to conflict, groupthink, or inefficiency. Therefore, developing leadership and teamwork skills is vital for organizational success. Organizational culture refers to the shared values, beliefs, and norms that shape how members of an organization interact and approach their work. It acts as the personality of the organization. A strong and positive culture ensures ethical behavior, commitment, and innovation, while a weak or toxic culture can lead to high turnover and low morale. For example, companies like Google and Netflix are known for their culture of openness, creativity, and empowerment, which attract top talent and drive performance. Culture also serves as a form of control. It guides behavior even when formal rules are absent. Therefore, understanding and managing culture is essential for maintaining alignment between strategy and behavior. In today's fast-changing environment, managing change is one of the biggest challenges in organizational behavior. Employees often resist change due to uncertainty, fear for failure, or comfort with the status quo. To overcome resistance, a leader must communicate the vision clearly, involve employees in the change process, and provide educate support. Models such as court-living change model, consisting of embracing, changing, and refreshing, explain how organizations can transition smoothly. Successful change management not only transforms system and structure, but also aligns people's behavior with new goals, ensuring long-term success. In conclusion, organizational behavior is a vital file that helps us understand how people interact and perform within organization. It combines psychology, sociology, and management theory to create insight that improve motivation, leadership, teamwork, and culture. By applying OB principles, managers can create environment that maximizes both individual satisfaction and organizational performance. In a world where human capital drives competitive advantage, mastering organizational behavior is no longer optional. It is essential. That concludes my explanation. Thank you. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.